Thanks so much. A stormy evening here in Western Mass. Thunderstorms that brought with it high winds and heavy rain, leaving significant damage in its path. Western Mass News reporter Maria Wilson joins us in Springfield with what she saw throughout the region earlier today. Maria?
Well, Abby, many of us experienced those thunderstorms and that heavy rain firsthand earlier this afternoon. But unfortunately for many, the storm didn't come and go without leaving some serious damage behind.
It's a real disaster back there.
Much like Tuesday evening, severe weather hit the region hard Wednesday afternoon.
Saw our umbrellas in our driveway upside down, tables knocked
Everything was
over,
twisted and tangled into the
trees.
Yeah.
And then we saw the stuff all back.
Western Mass News crews spent the day spread out across Franklin, Hampshire, and Hampden counties, seeing the damage firsthand and talking to some of the people this weather has hit the hardest.
We lost a lot of our tree. It missed my husband's truck by probably 6 to 12 feet.
Wednesday proving to be a busy day for first responders and electrical crews as thousands of people were left in the dark for hours across the state.
Well, we're limited now with water, so she's a little thirsty. And so we're just making, at least the light is out now. It's not freezing cold. Hopefully our stuff in our refrigerator and our freezer lasts until we get power.
For some, the storm damage hitting a little too close to home, quite literally. In Palmer, crews stepping in to help after this large tree fell into a family's house.
When we got here, we established with the homeowner. There was no injuries inside, but they did lose power. The house isn't too much damage, but for now, we got to wait till National Grid gets here, and they got to get the tree off the house.
And we saw similar scenes throughout Hampshire County, where downed trees and wires forced roads to close. But of course, after every storm, there is a rainbow. And the cleanup efforts are still underway at this hour. There are still about 6,000 people throughout the state of Massachusetts that are still in the dark at this moment, while electrical crews are working to restore the power for them. But the Hampshire County being one of the hardest hit areas throughout the state. But don't worry, as you heard Jana mention, better weather is on the way. Reporting in Springfield, Maria Wilson, Western Mass News.